After the game, y'all were in the locker room for a while. What were those conversations like?
Just talking about what you could have done better individually, and what did you learn from today? Just accountability, and it's not just with the players. It starts with me. And told them things that maybe I made a decision to let them come to the men's game last night. I'm gonna regret that all the way home. That was out of our routine. I don't regret supporting our men, but we're creatures of habit. So did that disrupt your mindset? I don't know that it did or didn't, but when you have kids hold themselves accountable, you got to hold yourself accountable.
All right. On Zoom, let us know if you got a question. We'll unmute you.
Does this win mean for you personally? This is something that'll never be taken away from you. A feather in your cap. What does it mean for you?
It was super personal for me. Coach Moki, I played for her my freshman year. Things didn't go well. I don't want to get too much into that, but um, I've been waiting for this moment, and it came, and so I'm embracing it, and I'm proud of myself, honestly. So I've came a long way.
You need to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Auburn had not won an SEC game. What this team has to understand, the new ones, which we have a lot of new ones, other than Angel and Flage and Poa, the new ones don't understand the target on your back. The target is just not guys that we won the national championship. Target is it's personal with some of these kids you play against because some of them wanted to come to LSU and play. Some of it is the way we play, the celebrity of some of these kids on social media. You brought this extra attention to yourself, so you're going to get just a little bit more from teams. And I think you're seeing that. And they have to be able to be ready for that.
Coach, next time out going against Alabama, 15-4 overall, and they've won a couple of SEC games already as well. What's kind of maybe the early scout? Scouting report on Alabama.
Well, they're shooting that ball pretty darn good from the three, and I know Christy very well. She and I worked together at Louisiana Tech. She'll have her team ready to go. They may or not have the athleticism that Auburn does on getting in passing lanes and things like that, but they're fundamentally sound. They beat Louisville in non-conference. They have a very, very good team. Now they lost their last game against Arkansas, but Christy knows the Alabama LSU rivalry. She will have her kids ready to go. I'm certain they'll be looking at the Auburn film and see where they can exploit us. But it's going to be no different than any other game. They're coming off a loss. We're coming off a loss, and we both need a win.
And when you kind of mentioned getting these new faces to understand the target on the back, the pressure that comes with the celebrity and everything else. So when you have Michaela Williams or Haley Van Lith kind of struggle in the way that they did, how do you like in football, we always talk about the old one snap and clear mantra, right? Doesn't matter if you were good or bad the last snap. All that matters is the next snap. Do you have something similar that you try to hammer into these players?
Well, first of all, I'm glad those two kids are on our team. Those two kids are outstanding players, and they belong to us, and we love them. You're going to have bad games. That's just part of it. If the bad game bothers you for a period of time, you'll do. Some of them have been record-breaking attendance, but they're not getting those crowds until LSU shows up. So we're going to take a little credit for that, but you better be able to respond to it, and you better be ready to play because you're on somebody else's home floor.
Hell yeah.
Is it ESPN is sending their crew for the South Carolina game? What is it that they do? College game day.
College game day.
Here.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to be the PMA. That's going to be next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but the following Thursday, January 25th, 7 p.m., y'all. So go ahead and mark your calendars for that.
All right, here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with the sophomore superstar Flau'jae Johnson. And Flau'jae, your record in the last 2 years is 50-4 as a team. So you haven't come off a loss very often, but that's the situation here. How do you think LSU will respond here against Alabama?
I mean, just, that game versus Auburn, we beat ourselves. And I think this time we're just going to come out and just put everything into the next games that we have, because we don't want to feel that feeling again.
You scored 62 against Auburn. That's 30 below your average, so it was a bad offensive game for you guys. How do you think the offense will bounce back?
I mean, we just got to share the ball more, I think. Just trusting in our teammates, reading the defenses, and that's things that we've been working on, since. And we've been having very hard practices, so I think on the offensive end, we'll be fine. It's more so the defensive end, just like executing. We weren't executing on defense, so we weren't getting transition offense, which is a big part of our offense. So it's really just defense.
Well, good luck to you, and thanks for joining us. All right, Flau'jae Johnson, Big 4 here in Tuscaloosa. Back to you. Coliseum. They're about to practice here, and Kim Mulkey is with us. Coach, you're like the retiring football coach here. You don't lose very often, and when you do, I guess it catches a lot of attention. So you're 50-4 the last 2 years, but you're coming off a loss this week.
Well, it's no fun to lose. I had many sleepless nights since that loss, but that's what makes coaching fun and also coaching bad. We'll respond, and I always like to give credit to the opponents when I lose, because Auburn played as good as I've seen them play. Their defense was outstanding, and I hope that we learn. Just like when we got beat at South Carolina last year, I said, if you don't learn from a loss, then shame on us, and hopefully we learned.
Coach, you've been harping on your defense to improve, but it was the offense this past game that scored 62 points, missed some layups and free throws. So I guess that's what you're looking to improve this contest.
Well, we can score. Yeah. You take away or you add those 9 free throws if you make a third of them. You make a third of the 12 layups, and you're going to win the ball game. But you can't do that. And some of that was their defense making us miss. Certainly not the free throws, but keep doing what we do. We still have to get better on the defensive end. There were opportunities for us to get long rebounds, and we allowed them to get offensive rebounds when it was nip and tuck there at the end. And you have to make plays. When you're in a tight game, the difference is usually so small, and it's usually somebody making a play.
And finally, Coach, when Skip Bertman took his baseball team on the road, it was always record crowds, right? And Auburn had over 7,000. They tell me the biggest crowd they've had here, I think it was 2022 against South Carolina, about 4,000 or so. So we'll see how many people show up. But back-to-back road games for your team as well.
Back in the state of Alabama, right? I shared that, Jock, with the players. They're coming to see LSU for a lot of reasons. Defending national champion, Angel Reese, Flau'jae Johnson, they're household names, they're celebrities. They're coming to see you. And so for you to put on a performance, you just have to handle it, and you have to be prepared for it.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome, Jock.
All right, we'll have some of this practice for you tonight at 10 o'clock, live from Tuscaloosa at Coleman College.
More smoke.
Spencer off the bounce.
Nice.
That time stayed away from the shot blocker, Cody, and gets the and one. 66% shooting here in the first quarter for Alabama.
Yeah. There's Daniels.
She's back on the floor, the grad student. Frederick, Maryland. That was the shot clock. Still time here for Arkansas. Saylor, the fade, and knocks it down to beat the buzzer for Alabama. Spencer. Keats hangs and hits.
Goodness.
The back-to-back champs. Spencer, nice hezzy, and the lay-in.
Matchup to watch, and Cody just needs to keep shooting.
On the drive from Michaela Daniels, and they've got their first lead since they led 2-1 on their first basket of the day. Around the SEC, and Michaela Williams and Malaysia Fawiley.
It's so exciting to watch. It gives the future of women's basketball, and to see the success these freshmen are having. It just
makes it tied, sensing a momentum swing right here. McQueen into the lane. Dowda swatted that. Bama gets it back, and another block.
wow.
And they've also taken away Barker here in this third quarter on the drive. Dowda. Good ball fake, the spin, and knocks it down.
Nice move.
Daniels from Spencer for three.
Yes.
23 points, 12 rebounds. That was her fourth assist, and that's block number 9 for Dowda. Dowda, nice spin, knocks it down. What Arkansas has done